good, everyone? Welcome back to the second video in my sobriety series. Today is September 16th. It's a Monday, so it's day 6 of sobriety for me. I made it. It's been a rough 6 days, but we're here, baby. We're here. There's been so many people on YouTube that have commented, like, such beautiful comments, just telling their stories. And from the bottom of my heart, everyone who commented, thank you so much. You guys are saying that I'm motivating you. You guys are motivating me to keep going by leaving those comments. So shout out Nelda. Nelda reached out to me. She saw my YouTube video and we had such an amazing chat on Instagram, and just, like, honestly, such an amazing person. I just had such a good day today just reading all the comments, I swear to God. But anyways, just kind of wanted to obviously document this because anyone trying to quit weed, quit alcohol, wants you to be able to push through if you're experiencing some like crazy symptoms. So that's really the purpose here. I just hope that this can help. Again, this is day 6 for me. It's Monday. So I'm not gonna lie. On day 4, I was close to smoking again. I was. And that's because I went to the city. I actually got this tat. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's bleeding ink right now, but it's a star. That's my lotus. Anyways, I got that tat, and me and my friend went to the city to get it, and I was telling her how I'm trying to go sober, and she was saying how it'd been nice if we bought a J in the city and smoked it after we got the tattoo. And she was talking about it, and she's like, I don't want to pressure you, but it would be really nice. And oh man, I was so tempted to say yes, so tempted. It was just such a back and forth in my head, like, oh yeah, but it's just one time. I'm only on day 4. I can just start right over, right? But every time in the past when I was trying to go sober and I just smoked, let's say once with friends, because I was like, oh, it's just one time for a special occasion. It's for my friend's birthday. I swear I always went back to smoking every day again. And so I say that to say, in my opinion, I think you just need to completely cut it out if that's what you want to do. Because if you smoke once, it's very easy to go back into smoking every day or just like much more frequently. So I really would advise against it if you can. If you're like me, where it's just been taking up so much of your headspace all the time, I just think that's a clear sign that this substance has dominion over your life, and nothing should be able to have that level of control over your thoughts. So yeah, that day was rough because literally everyone waiting at the tattoo shop, it was flash tattoos going on. So there was mad people there. Literally every single person waiting was smoking weed. And so it smelled like weed everywhere, which was like triggering for me. When I smell weed, I immediately want to smoke. And then of course they were selling pre-rolls at the shop. It was a lot. I would also say I just feel like the first month is just like a very volatile time if you're trying to quit. So if you're going to get too triggered by being around it, you just don't put yourself in those situations. You have certain events where you are going to be drinking, people are going to be smoking, and maybe it's just going to be too much for you're going to feel tempted. Then maybe, yeah, just for the first month at least, don't put yourself in those situations. Just say no and put yourself first. So that's another thing to think about. I think especially for me, I have a wedding coming up this weekend. All my friends smoke that are going to be staying with me at the Airbnb. So I know that may be a little hard for me, but we're going to power through because I've made it this far, and I'm not going to stop now, especially because of your guys' comments. I also want to talk about some like withdrawal symptoms that you may go through, and again, just know this is normal if you're going through it. One thing I really experienced a lot was night sweats. So day 3 was like the peak of it. I literally sweat through my sheets. Like I deadass sweat through my sheets. They were wet. I had really severe insomnia. Kept waking up throughout the night, the past from day 3 to day 6. Last night, day 5 to day 6 was a little bit better. It was like the first night I didn't like sweat profusely. I would say this, maybe get a spare pair of sheets. Greg DM'd me and we were talking about like our sobriety journeys, and he recommended that, getting an extra pair of sheets. Shout out Greg, you're amazing. We had such an amazing combo. And I agree, get breathable sheets like cotton. I'm going to put on the screen right now a pair of sheets that are very affordable. You can get them on Amazon. They're 100% organic cotton. And I have them. They're so soft. Like, dude, get these sheets. Like, seriously. So yeah, I would say sweating is normal. I've just been very hot. I don't know. It felt like I almost like had a fever. I feel like that's kind of normal. Obviously, yeah, if you have like a severe fever, maybe see a doctor, seek help. But I would say the insomnia as well. I think that's a given. Usually withdrawal symptoms peak within the 3 to about 6 day range. So if you get past the 3 to 6 days, like, you're golden, you're good. And the worst of the withdrawal symptoms have now passed. So if you can get through really like, yeah, that first week, then just know it, like, it's going to get better. So, and it's definitely, I can tell on day 6, like, I feel more myself now. I just feel just more with it and less kind of groggy. I had a lot of brain fog, like grogginess. I'm not going to lie, like day 5, I didn't get out of bed. I like kind of slept the entire day. Hate to admit it, but it's kind of true. I don't know why. The night before I swear, like at least 8 hours of sleep. And on Sunday, I was just so tired. Like I just felt spent. And I just felt like I didn't want to leave my bed. And I just wanted to sleep and I wanted to recover. And so if you feel tired and you feel like, yeah, like you just need to sleep and you just need to spend a day in bed, spend that day in bed as long as you don't have work or whatever. Like take that time for yourself. I think that's normal when you're going through the withdrawal process to feel very tired. So don't think that that's like, don't be down on yourself, you know? Especially for me, I don't know, I just feel better today. I wanted to go to the gym this past weekend. I did not go one day because again, I just wasn't feeling myself. Withdrawal symptoms were really hitting me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was feeling, I'm not gonna lie, really angry and really kind of like sad, depressed. I used to have really bad depression back in the day. I actually used to be on medication, antidepressants. I got off all medication. I'm gonna make another YouTube video on that probably, but so I know what depression feels like, and my depression symptoms kind of came back. I'm not gonna lie, but this is temporary again, and I think I say that because I want you guys again to know like this is normal, it's part of the process to feel angry, to feel sad, to feel irritated. I feel like if you relied on weed or alcohol, for me weed, it was just such a coping mechanism, and so to not have that, all these feelings of anger came up and sadness, and I just had to really deal with them. You're probably gonna cry. That's normal. If you're crying excessively, that's all right. Sometimes we need to cry. When you cry, you actually are releasing endorphins, so it's actually your body's way of self-regulating. So just, that's why you feel better after you cry, because you are literally releasing endorphins. So just remember that. It's good to cry. It actually benefits you. And yeah, I would say, like, I remember this sounds so dramatic, but I was like in bed. I had insomnia. I was just so overtired. I couldn't sleep. I was sweating. And I remember I was saying to myself, because I live alone, I was like, make it stop, like just make it stop. It'd be like that sometimes, it really does. So feel those feelings. If you feel upset, if you want to cry, cry. If you want to maybe journal. Sometimes I think it's even good to like say how you're feeling out loud. I feel like when you say your feelings out loud, it's almost like allows you to come to terms with those emotions a little bit better by just vocalizing how you're feeling in that moment. So that's something I've been trying to just say, like, I'm feeling angry right now because X, Y, and Z. For me too, in terms of dating, I've kind of taken a pause on dating, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate if you've ever had the feeling of someone who maybe like the one that got away, or just trying to get over someone that you had something with in the past and it just keeps coming up. They keep popping in your head. I feel like I've been dealing with that a lot, and it's more heightened, I feel like, because I don't have weed to kind of forget about things, dull my emotions, numb my emotions. So I feel like I've been thinking about that person a lot more, and that's just been a little hard to deal with. My advice would be maybe for the first month while you're trying to quit weed, quit alcohol, I would say maybe if you're not talking to anyone right now, take a pause on dating. Just focus on yourself, lock in. Just because I think trying to then date while you're withdrawing from substances, it's a lot. It's a lot. And God forbid someone does you dirty, this is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. And Lord only knows you're going to want to go back to smoking a joint to deal with that bullshit. So I just feel like maybe not. You just take a pause. Just take a little break. I think it'll be worth it. That's where I'm at. I think I'm just taking this time, really focusing in on myself and just showing up for myself. And so if anyone's going through that where they've had a breakup recently too, or again, they're just fixated on someone, can't get over it even though they need to move on, you're valid for having those emotions and for being upset and for missing whoever. That's valid and you should feel that. So feel through those emotions and let them pass, because life moves on. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna find someone even better, as am I, right? That does value you and all that. So it's like, that's not your person, that's not your person, but keep moving forward. As you guys know, you're gonna get through that, and it's okay to be upset, it's okay to be sad, but you're not gonna feel like that forever. So yeah, these to me are the most common symptoms that you're gonna experience, especially in the first week. It would be insomnia, sweats, fatigue, maybe a little depression, sadness, anger. Another thing might be loss of appetite. I've been eating, like, I'm not gonna lie, like 1 meal a day. But listen, if you skip a couple meals, you're not gonna die. If you're just genuinely not hungry, I felt a little nauseous as well, then don't eat. Your appetite's gonna come back. It's just this process that can be part of it. So I think that's normal. Don't obviously like force food down your throat. I don't think that's great, but definitely normal. I swear, like day 6, I'm feeling so much more myself. This was the first time I went to the gym in a minute, and I felt great. Like, I feel energized. I could run a fucking marathon right now, I swear to God. I could sprint somewhere. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I'm yeah, I'm feeling better. And I almost feel like it's the comments that people left. Just feeling so grateful and blessed to have people supporting me through this. I just feel so good right now. And I just feel so assured that this is the right path for me. I can't even tell you. And seriously, you guys who left comments, this is because of you, directly because of you. Everyone who reached out to me, this is because of you. So again, thank you so much. Seriously. And I also wanted to touch on this. So if anyone came across my video and you're questioning, should I quit or should I just do it more in moderation, whether it be weed, alcohol, whatever substance, I would ask yourself this if you're not sure what to do. How often are you thinking about this? How often are you having thoughts about this going back and forth? Because if it's every day, I think that's a clear sign that you should stop, because I think something should not be taking up that amount of time in your brain. Like that should not be taking up that many thoughts throughout your week. And if it is, like that clearly is a conflict that you're having within yourself. And I think that's your answer, you know? That's what I would say. And that's what happened with me. And I realized, why am I allowing something to control my thoughts and to affect my day? For what? You know, for what? And of course, if you're like me where I wasn't going to the gym, I kind of, not that I wasn't at all, but I wasn't going nearly as much as I wanted to, it was affecting that. I think that's also a clear sign if it's affecting the goals that you have for yourself, taking care of yourself. If it's something where it's preventing you from maybe going to social settings like it was for me with weed, I would smoke and then I wouldn't want to go anywhere. I wouldn't want to go to my sister's house to have dinner with her or to like go out to eat. I would just stay home instead. So it was causing me to flake on plans. I think that's a clear sign as well. And if it genuinely doesn't make you feel good afterwards, the day after, if you feel like shit and you feel guilty and regretful, if you keep doing something and then immediately after feel regret, why? Why are we doing it? You know, why? I just think it's like pros and cons, man, pros and cons. Yes, there may be some pros again, but as I said in my first video, at what cost? Truly my biggest takeaway from the last 6 days for me, really try to replace this with something that's better suited for you. Like the gym, for instance. Would you ever regret going to the gym? I guess unless you like, I don't know, pulled a muscle? Maybe, but I've never regretted going to the gym, literally ever. It's always made me feel good. I've always benefited from it. That's something that has never made me feel bad, ever, by doing it. It's like replacing weed, something that has made me feel over and over again regretful, not accomplishing what I want to accomplish, I'm just not moving forward in my life, with something that is nothing but positive. Of course, like, why wouldn't I? Framing it that way, that there are things out there like the gym or whatever it is where it's just nothing but beneficial for you. Just focusing more on things like that. Getting outside in nature has helped me a lot. Going for walks. If you want to smoke, go for a walk. Get some sun. I've been trying to get at least 20 minutes of sun in the morning, 20 minutes at night if you can. Or like in the evening, the night. As I'm telling you, when you're able to push through situations where you're tempted to smoke or you know, drink alcohol and you don't, the level of pride I feel for myself right now is amazing. And I was just so grateful and so proud of myself for getting through that day in the city where I was so tempted. I was thinking about smoking weed the entire day. Like my friend was talking to me at points, and I hate to say it, but I was thinking about smoking weed, if we were going to, where we would get it, when we would smoke. And it's sick, man, it's sick. And so just the fact I was able to persevere, get through that, I just feel so much better that I didn't smoke. I knew I would have regretted it, and you will just be able to build this level of confidence within yourself and this level of trust within yourself by continuing this process. I promise you that. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be so worth it. I can tell you just from what I'm experiencing right now, going through days where I just felt like absolute garbage, but still pushing through and continuing to stay sober, it really builds confidence, man. It builds confidence, it builds pride, and I just hope whoever sees this video, who again is going back and forth, just take that step, do it with me. You're going to feel better, man. You're going to feel better, and then I think things are going to start to fall into place for you. I really do. So for all the people that commented on my last video, I see you, I appreciate you, love you, and I'm here for you. And I'm so happy that you guys are doing this with me. I'm so excited to keep making videos and updating you guys. But yeah, it does feel like, again, I've gotten through, I think, the worst of it. I hope. I've definitely been sad. I've definitely been angry. I've definitely been experiencing a lot of emotions. I don't know if anyone else lives alone. I've lived alone for over a year now. That shit can be isolating, man. I'm not gonna lie. I work from home Monday, Thursday, Friday, so sometimes I go days without seeing someone. And so yeah, it's a lot when you're trying to quit something and you're alone. So that's another piece of advice real quick, is just surround yourself with people that are there to support you, friends, family, throughout this process, so you don't feel alone. And in a sense, I think it is good to distract yourself a little bit so you're not so focused on thinking about it all the time. I do think the gym is a great outlet. Maybe in the first week it might be a lot. If you're not up to going to the gym, then don't go. You have time to rest. You deserve it. But when you are ready, by all means. Something else I highly recommend to help you with the insomnia is to either take magnesium, L-threonate, or Shilajit. So magnesium, L-threonate, this is the one I take. I'm going to put a photo of the one on Amazon that I got. This is from Amazon. So I'm going to put a photo so you can get it off Amazon if you're interested. This is great to help you go to sleep at night. And also magnesium helps with brain fog, just like mental astuteness. Is that the word? Astuteness? Who knows, man. And then Shilajit, this is from Symbiotica. This has, it's like over 100 trace minerals, including magnesium. It's just great for brain health. Again, good for brain fog. I'll put this in my tea at night, and it helps me go to sleep. It helps me wind down. And again, whoever's watching this, who's trying to quit, I believe in you, man. I believe in you. I believe in you. Seriously though, like, I believe in you, and you got this, and you're beautiful, and you're smart, and you're amazing, and I love you, and the right people are going to come into your life who believe in you too, and who love you too, and just keep going, man. Keep going. It's going to get better. This is going to be worth it. I know it, because it's just a matter of not being attached to anything, just letting go of any attachments, and then things will just start coming to you naturally and flowing to you. Everything you've ever wanted. And that's it, man. The greatest form of love is sacrifice. If you are to sacrifice something that ultimately you know is not the best thing for you, then that's really the highest level of love you can show yourself, you know? Another quote that goes, easy decisions, hard life, hard decisions, easy life. So sometimes you need to make those hard decisions to make your life easier versus those easy decisions, those instant gratification decisions, which ultimately is going to cause suffering. I think we sometimes need to take a deeper look at the part we're playing, the role we're playing in our own suffering. And I think we need to take accountability in that. And I think I realized that I was causing a lot of my own suffering by continuing this habit of smoking weed. I really was. And it's hard to admit that you're causing your own suffering. But once I did, I realized what I needed to do. Anyone who watched this video, who came back from the first video, thank you so much. Thanks for listening to me rant, and thanks for being here. I'm really happy that I'm doing this. It's allowing me to hold myself accountable as well, and I really just feel like my purpose in life is to help people along their path and help people along their healing journey, healing process, and that's all I really want to do. I just want to be here to support others. That's what I think my purpose in life is. So thanks for following along. If you want to subscribe, please do that. I'd appreciate it. I'm at 13 subscribers. 13. That honestly like made my whole week. The fact that I have 13 subscribers, like, that's insane to me. I'm so excited. So I love you guys so much. You're amazing. I'm gonna obviously continue to make these videos. These next couple weeks are gonna be hard, so I kind of want to like document things sooner than 2 weeks from now. So I'm probably gonna make another video before then. I'll probably release it within the next couple days. So follow along. Again, maybe hit that sub, maybe hit that like. Yeah, like leave a comment as well. Tell me your story. I want to hear. I care. I want to leave off with this. If anyone here has felt at any point, maybe even currently, that they're not worthy, maybe, you know, they're not good enough, they keep fucking up, and they don't understand why you can't just like get it right and at yourself, at maybe other people for not being there for you and supporting you like you want them to be. I kind of felt a mix of all these feelings, and feeling isolated at times, feeling alone at times. But I'm here to tell you right now, you are not alone. You aren't. It may feel like that. I know I felt like that, but you really aren't. And seriously, man, like, I'm here for you. I'm not just saying this. Like, I do care. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to link it below if you're watching this on YouTube. But my Instagram is Ash Andreaggi. So it's ASHANDREAGGI. Follow me on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. I will follow you back. I'm more than willing to listen. So seriously, like, you may have just made a new friend. I love you, and I care about you, and you're important, and you matter, and you're gonna get through the shit that you're going through. You are. I know you are, because I've gone through all my shit, and I'm still here, man. I'm still pushing. So you guys are the best. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep doing this. I made a promise to myself. I made a promise to you all, because I posted my first video and now this one. So it's real. So I'm not going to break that promise, and here for you guys. Love you.